get our 4-link kit out here. Man, I got that one shoved in there good. So, while I'm waiting on Heidts to kind of figure out what's going on with the subframe, which I think they sent me the wrong motor mounts. And on that is we're gonna jump back to the rear, and I'm gonna get the 4-link unboxed and get it set up so I can start putting the 4-link in, and then hopefully I can get the rear end done, and then we can move back to the front end and get it, all of that addressed. So that's what we're doing here. We're gonna get this Heidts 4-link chassis unboxed and get everything laid out and set up. Measure twice, bolt once. But we got everything unboxed with the 4-link on the Camaro. I'm gonna take this bar, got it backwards. Take this bar, and boom, it fits right in there. So this is a weld-in kit. Okay, so we got to weld all around this. We got to weld all around, you know, that bracket. So we have 4 brackets, 2 on each side, that has to be fully welded around. We're gonna clean all this up through here and get all this old undercoat, all that nasty stuff off. And we got brackets to go on here and weld up into here too. So we'll get all this cleaned up, and while I got them doing that, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna start on the rear differential. I'm gonna bust it apart. We're gonna re-gear it anyway. We're gonna put probably like a Yukon locker or something like that in it. We gotta cut these brackets off. I'm gonna have to weld 2 other brackets on each side. Brake lines get voided. Emergency brake lines get voided. We'll run all wheel wood back on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and gut it. I'm thinking that we're probably gonna have to end up coming in here and cutting probably about 1.5 inches, 2 inches out each side and there on the rear end. Okay, so I got the 10 bolt tore down, apart. Didn't really care for it. We got crunching some numbers on what kind of horsepower we're gonna be putting out, what we actually need this 10 bolt to do. It's just, we're gonna have to rebuild the whole thing. It's gonna cost quite a bit of money to go through it and handle the horsepower that we want. We know that we were gonna have to narrow this rear end down about 2 inches on each side, at least 1.5 inches, but 2 inches would have been great. By the time I got put the numbers together on this and I actually looked at the inside, and I mean, which naturally, as old as it is, it doesn't surprise me that somebody's already been in there. I just wasn't happy with it. So I called the owner and I told him what we had going on with it. And we both agreed that the best benefit for the car is going to be to put a Ford 9-inch rear end under it. So with that being said, here's what we're gonna do with this rear differential. We're gonna take it to the dumpster. Got it? This thing's a little bit heavy. Don't let it whoop you. Boom, look what I have got. We got some curry. Supposed to be axles in there. I hope they are. So I called our guys at Heidts, because we got the Heidts 4-link going in the back, Heidts front subframe going in the front. So I called my boys over at Heidts, talked to my guy Frank, super cool dude, and I told him what was going on with it. I just asked him, I said, by chance, do you have a Ford 9-inch with the brackets welded to them that's narrowed 2 inches to go on a 69 Camaro? He says, let me pull your order number up, son. So he pulls my order number up. He said, son, you're in luck. We got one in stock ready to go. Narrowed 1.75 inches on each side. How much better can you get? So this come in, I haven't opened it yet. Oh, we're fixing to. here, looky here. We got ourselves a Ford 9-inch rear differential. Heidts went ahead, they took the liberty, they got a jig set up, so they went ahead and they welded my perches on for me. And this is gonna make this project speed up and go a little bit faster. Okay, so we got another part in too, while we've been waiting. Like we had the oil pan that was just barely hitting our subframe up there on that cross member of our subframe. So Heidts told me that we need to order a Holley oil pan. They gave me the part number on it. So I went over to Summit because I buy a lot of parts from Summit, summitracing.com. They don't sponsor me, but they should. I ordered the Holley oil pan. All right, clean your mess up, and then you guys get this installed. And I'm gonna take a beer break. You got it?
Sounds good. We'll have it in next month.
Good deal, because next month's tomorrow. Cool. I really like how that looks a lot. I'm gonna tack it in place. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it a little tack right there. Right. Got our Viking coilovers built out. We got the 4-link bars, 5-link bars. I got them roughed up in here right quick. Get the rear differential over here and get it set in. It slides in. I don't know which one we go into right now. Safety lever is unhooked. We are officially out of safety measures at this point. In here like this. Pull them out. I'm going to measure just to see where we're at. We'll probably need to start about a half. Look at that. That's a 15 and a half to dead center. Let's do some really fast, quick measurement. And that dude is like almost dead nuts. It's either dead nuts, close to dead nuts, just a little bit away from dead nuts, a few cunt hairs away from dead nuts, but it's pretty much dead nuts. Whew. All right, I got everything lined out here, and I'm gonna get this pulled apart. Get it pulled apart, that way we can get it painted and get everything final welded up. All right, so we got the old Camaro welded up. I stayed last night and got it welded up. Everything turned out good. Mayhem come in and he cleaned everything up. Got the welds. Got all the welds kind of cleaned up that we had to get cleaned up. And we're gonna use the Sim brand self-etching primer today. And then I'm gonna come back over with the Raptor liner. Mayhem, he's gonna be in here in a little bit, and he's gonna get this thing taped off for me. So with that being said, let's do it. We're gonna be using 3M heavy body. This Raptor spray can right there. It lays out so nice, so fine, so pretty. My plan of attack is to spray the fender wells the way that I want them, because I want them thick. The rest of it can just be light coverage, but I want the fender wells thick for sound and just to give it a really good look. So I'm going to spray the fender wells out real thick, so I'll be spraying them like twice, maybe 3 times, and then we'll cover the rest of it. There it is. Turn the light on and look at it. Got set up here to put our rear differential in. Went ahead and just hung the all of our brackets and stuff, our tubular sway bars. So we got them hung. We're gonna grab the rear end, get it put in, get everything tightened up and ready to go. So paint's dry and let's get it built out. We'll get the jack stands out of it. We'll have us a rear differential put in here till I get me a third member. All right, there it is. Job well done. Give us some finished shots of it, Willie.